Alright, since the Vietnamese white flower opened last night, I'm just gonna give a good video of this flower. You can never get, look at this flower long enough. Every time I look at it, I always notice something that I missed in the previous days. Just how it's the composition of it, right? And then you see how the stigma, how close it is to its stamen. Stigma is this guy right here. That's where you pollinate. And stamen are these. This is where all the pollens are. See how close they are to each other? Vietnamese white is probably one of the easiest to grow. I went on vacation for 2 weeks and the flower opened on me, the previous one, and it kind of fertilized itself. So I'm sure a bug or something just went on there, but it's so easy for the bug to just pick up the pollen and drop it off at the stem. So this is the flower. It's very pretty, and it smells nicer in the morning than at night. At night it's kind of a plant kind of a smell, not really sweet or anything, but today in the morning a little bit sweeter. So this is one of the plants. If you're going to be a beginner in this hobby, you definitely need to start with a Vietnamese white, because that's the iconic dragon fruit. Oh, check this out. And now here's a bee. You see what a bee does? Oh, look at that. Look at him. Oh, he's having fun. Wow, I got lucky here on this video. So that's what they do. So this is how they pollinate. See, they just tap everywhere. Ooh, so he's picking up a pollen already on his feet. And he's just flying around. He's enjoying it. I think the smell or the fragrance is attracting him. So this is one that I highly recommend if you're a beginner, the Vietnamese white. And then the other one that I recommend is the American Beauty. And American Beauty, the flesh inside is, once you cut it open, it's pinkish red. So it's pretty nice color. So this is almost ready, as opposed to Vietnamese white. Once you cut it open, the flesh is white. So you get the two colors, the two contrasting colors. Now, just so you know, again, this is the big brother and little brother, right? This is little brother is turning all red already. Look at the size compared to his big brother. Because it's down at the end of the line, the food chain. This is where the food is coming from, the main branch in the center. So the big brother gets all the food, and then the leftovers this little guy got. So I marked a date on here, 5/23 with an X. That means it's in the middle of the month. So around mid May this year, the little bud showed up. What I mean by little bud is kind of like these little guys, right? But the smaller. The first thing when I first noticed it coming out of the branch, I marked the date. And then 7/11, that means on July 11th, the flower opened, like the flower I showed you earlier. So that's, and right now is September 8th. So we're almost 2 months after the flower opened, right? So next week, I'm going to be cutting this. So it takes about 2 months from a flower to a fruit. See, right now it's getting all red, but it's not fully red yet. There's still some green here. So that's why I'm gonna wait till next week. And this one's gonna be, it still will be very sweet. It's just small, that's all. And so this is the other one that I recommend everyone to start with, American Beauty. American Beauty is also self-fertile. That means you can use their own pollen to pollinate them, and then you don't need to like cross-pollinate. Same thing with the Vietnamese white. You can use their own pollen to pollinate themselves. See, once you get to the next level, that's when you want to go on to the self-sterile ones, where you need to get pollen from, like, let's say like this plant from Vietnamese white or American Beauty. Use their pollen to pollinate them. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video.